So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now the stories I want to go over today includes the big ray tracing update for a major title on PlayStation 5, new PlayStation VR 2 games, and a big one for launch, the return of Bloodborne, and big Spider-Man 2 news. First, what games are you playing right now? We haven't done this in a while, but it's the weekend. A lot of us are going to be playing games, and I'm curious what we're all playing. I'm currently playing a few games: High on Life on my Series X, Fracked on PlayStation VR, and of course Factions, as always, on my PlayStation 5, with a side of God of War Ragnarok still. But that's just me. What about you guys? So comment below what you're currently playing. Let us all know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Bloodborne to PlayStation 5. So a quick refresher on the Bloodborne PlayStation 5 saga. This started with rumors a while back about a remaster being in the works for PC. This then also included a mention for the PlayStation 5. This new version would bring one of the biggest features people want for Bloodborne, which a lot of PlayStation exclusive titles have already received at this point for free, which is the 60 FPS patch. But of course, it would also bring touched up visuals, etc., some things you would expect with a remaster. We also found out that the studio working on this game is Bluepoint Games, the people behind some of the best remakes and remasters in the industry, which of course includes the likes of Shadow of the Colossus and more recently the Demon's Souls remake. Colin Moriarty of the Sacred Symbols podcast stated a while back that Bluepoint Games is working on a remake for the first game and actually working on the sequel themselves, a full-blown sequel to the original that was created originally by From Software, as we all know. And this is where the theory comes in that Bluepoint Games, who said they're working on original content last year, could also be working on this Bloodborne sequel because, one, the source is credible. Colin doesn't really leak many things and only usually talks about items when he has a good source, and two, original content doesn't have to mean new IP. They're working on original content, which could be Bloodborne 2 that they make from the ground up, not a remake. Now, with that to the side, the story now is that Bluepoint Games is starting to tease their next game. They recently posted up an image for the holidays that contains several opened up boxes which represent games they've worked on, with Shadow of the Colossus and the Demon's Souls remake. They also have a shout out to God of War Ragnarok there with the axe. The one that's getting all the attention is the closed up boxed one. Now, this could be the Bloodborne remaster if they're already teasing it. We've also heard talks of them working on the MGS remake and Bloodborne 2. Now you might be thinking, how is all of this possible? How are they working on all three of these? Let's try to break this down. The Bloodborne remaster, which again, I don't think it's a full-blown remake, wouldn't take long to make. It's not a full-blown remake like Demon's Souls, which took Bluepoint 3 years to make. The MGS remake also probably got work started on it back in 2019 when the side of Bluepoint that was working on the Shadow of the Colossus remake could have moved over to the MGS remake back then, because remember, they were working on the Shadow of the Colossus remake at the same time as the Demon's Souls remake, so there's clearly more than one team over there, and of course they've expanded since then. So the Bloodborne remaster wouldn't take a lot of effort to make. The MGS remake probably got worked on back in 2019, and Bloodborne 2 probably won't see the light of day for years to come. It's probably years in the future, since they announced they're working on original content in 2021 just last year, so don't expect Bloodborne 2 to come out maybe until like 2026, or I don't know. That's how this all makes sense. Bluepoint, again, is an efficient studio like Insomniac Games in some ways. Now, none of this is obviously confirmed, but this is a breakdown of what we know and heard and how it can all click. Now, diving into the second story of the video, a bunch of new PlayStation VR 2 games. So, from my understanding, some of these were actually announced beforehand, but Sony decided to put them all in one place as a highlight mixed with new games, and of course, we also have the big launch date title. Regardless, it's more games coming to PlayStation VR 2 that you might have not heard of. First up is Fantasia 20XX, originally released on the PlayStation 2 in 2000. Fantasia is a puzzle game based on the theme of fireworks. The game returns in an all-new title for PlayStation VR 2, powered by the Unreal Engine. Next up, Altair Breaker, which is one of the ones we've heard about before. A multiplayer sword fighting action game comes to PlayStation VR 2 in the form of Altair Breaker. The AI created virtual world Altair was once a beautiful archipelago covered by a sea of clouds. Third up on the list is the Tale of Onogoro. I'm gonna butcher some names here. Amada KK, creator of the escape adventure Last Labyrinth, returns with a new intriguing co-op title. A VR player finds themselves thrust into an all-too-real parallel world where danger and mystery await. Fourth on the list is Kuzuna AI, Touch the Beat. Cheer along to 15 popular songs by virtual YouTuber Kuzuna AI in this rhythm game that's playable on PlayStation VR 2 and PlayStation VR 1, apparently. Fifth on the list is Dyschronia. Chronos Alternate. These names are very interesting. This VR investigation game offers an immersive cinematic experience and an epic story from My Dearest, creators of Tokyo Chronos and Alt Deus Beyond Chronos for PlayStation VR. So if you know those titles, you might be a fan of this. A sixth game on the list is X8. A digital cataclysm of unknown origin has suddenly rebooted the worlds of various action games into nothingness. In the aftermath, the heroes of these worlds are drawn together and forced to compete to try and obtain a game engine that will restore their homes. Team up in a 5v5 intense battles in this multiplayer tactical shooter. So that's an interesting one for me personally. Outside of these six, one big launch game was finally confirmed, and that is Resident Evil 8 Village for PlayStation VR 2, officially confirmed for the launch of PlayStation VR 2, and it's a free upgrade as well. If you have the original game, you get the PSVR 2 one automatically. But you guys let me know if you're excited to play Resident Evil 8 on launch day or not. Let me know down in the comments below, because you guys know I am already. Now, diving into the third story of the video, huge Spiderman 2 news. This is a quick story, but Insomniac Games have narrowed down the release time frame for Spiderman 2 from 2023 to fall 2023. This is official information, and it's nice that they've narrowed it down, but my only worry still here is we haven't seen anything new from the game since last year. I'm glad they've reaffirmed this game as launching in 2023, but we need to see actual, just normal gameplay for this thing in the form of a trailer or just a walkthrough. I shouldn't have to say hopefully. We should be guaranteed to see something from this game after Christmas, early next year. They've now confirmed it twice to be launching in 2023, and the start of 2023 is just a couple of weeks away. And now diving into the final story of the video, PS5 Raytracing update for a major title. So this was something that surprised me. It came out of nowhere. It surprised me even more that it wasn't a bigger discussion, but GTA 5 got an impressive Raytracing update. Reading from The Verge, Grand Theft Auto 5 has now has ray trace reflections on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S consoles. A new patch spotted by Eurogamer brings ray trace reflections to the game's fidelity mode 30 FPS, adding a lot more realistic detail to vehicles, characters, windows, and basically any glossy surfaces. The results are truly impressive. Nothing really more to add to this besides what's playing in the background. It does look impressive from what I've seen. It's just, I probably won't touch this game again until Sony announces it for a PlayStation VR 2. But you guys let me know if you're interested in diving into GTA 5 again after this patch or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As it always helps, so subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "The weekend is here." The weekend's finally here. We can all kick back, relax, hopefully, and play some games. If you're excited for the weekend, destroy the comment section with "The weekend is here," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now, I'll check you guys out on the next one.